Virgili going beyond right, deep into the area. 5-5. Virgili with the.
This is Virgili, and this is Barcelona's answer to Nico Williams. When it seems that Barça has serious squad problems, Masia comes to the rescue. Yes, our today's hero joined Barcelona only last summer, but he is going through the final stages of his development exactly in Barca's academy. And it must be said, young Virgili has everything it takes to even push Nico Williams out of the starting 11 of the Spanish national team in the near future. Today we're getting to know the explosive guy who already managed to shock even Hansi Flick. But before we begin, you know what to do. Give our team a like, it's important. Thank you. And now we begin. On the 19th of August 2024, Barcelona announced the signing of the young forward Virgili, the gem of Nàstic. The transfer amount turned out to be symbolic, as local media reported, but the sum may increase if Virgili fulfills his potential. It's a kind of Pedri formula, but with much smaller figures. He will turn 19 on the 26th of July, and now he has every chance to become a first-team player. At the time of the transfer, he joined the Juvenil A team with the projection of moving up to Barça Athletic. Virgili was born in 2006 in the town of Vilassar de Mar, Barcelona. Before that, he was raised in the football school of Vilassar and passed through several clubs: Badalona, Vilassar de Dalt, Espanyol, Dam, Mataró, Europa, and Granollers. Back then, Jan was presented as follows. Virgili is a right-footed winger capable of playing on both flanks, as well as an attacking midfielder or central forward. Last season, he stood out in Nàstic Juvenil A from Tarragona, which played in Group 7 of the National Youth League. The forward scored 18 goals and helped the team get promoted to Division de Honor, surpassing Barcelona's Juvenil B. An impressive profile, right? And it was clear why Barça decided to bet on a top talent. His performances attracted the attention of many clubs, but it was Barcelona who proved the fastest, having started negotiations back in June. Jan made a quick statement. Already in his debut match for Juvenil A, he scored a brace. It was a match against Huesca, which our team won 2-0. Virgili scored one goal with each foot. The first with his left, cutting in from the right wing and placing the ball skillfully into the net, and the second with his right, calmly finishing off a counter-attack one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Mundo Deportivo journalist Javier Gascon called the player vertiginous, an accurate description. After this performance, Hansi Flick himself paid attention to the player, and in early September, Virgili was among the youth and reserve players invited by the first-team coach for training. In July, you're still under contract at Nàstic, a club barely known outside Catalonia, and in September, you're training with Barca's first team. Rapid progress. Interestingly, last summer, everyone was discussing the failed transfer of Nico Williams. But as it turned out, Barcelona made a very strong hidden move by signing a top talent from Nàstic, someone who might potentially become a first-team player and make everyone forget the Bilbao winger like a bad dream. The 2024-2025 season was explosive for the player. His motivation was sky high because he had signed a 1+2 contract. And already in March, the club announced a new deal with the top talent until the summer of 2027, having used the extension clause in the player's contract. By that time, he was already one of the leaders of Juvenil A, the triumphant team of Giuliano Belletti, and had already been called up for matches with Barça Athletic. This is a strategic step by the club aimed at the future, wrote journalist Javier Gascon. On Transfer Market, you can find Virgili's stats and matches for Barça Athletic and Juvenil A in the Youth League. We have 27 matches, 8 goals, and 5 assists. In the regular championship, he scored 7 goals and gave 3 assists for the U19. His biggest contribution came in the U19 Champions League victory, where he played 10 matches, scored 4 goals, and made 3 assists. Impressive, isn't it? This fairytale first season continued with the next headline. Flick doesn't take his eyes off young Virgili, preparing for preseason. The German coach closely followed the progress of the Juvenil A winger and called him up on the 13th of July to the training camp. This is the start of the first team's preparations for the new season, and Jan will be there. Journalist Joana Garbide summarized the debutant's cosmic season, and you need to hear this. His rise in a Barça shirt was meteoric. He began the season with Giuliano Belletti's Juvenil A, a team that made history by winning all 3 trophies: the League, Copa del Rey, and UEFA Youth League. Thanks to his high level of play, Virgili caught the attention of Albert Sanchez and Sergio Mila, who decided to give him minutes with Barça Athletic in the final stretch of the season. Although the team failed to maintain their division status, Jan had several standout matches, including a brace in the 4-0 win over Lugo. Hansi Flick closely monitored him throughout the season, and the winger's performances did not go unnoticed, neither by him nor by his assistant Marcus Sorg. They were able to watch Jan live in the several matches. Virgili is one of the youth projects that most interest the coaching staff. That's why after the season ended, a meeting was held with Flick and several other young players, during which the coach informed them that he was counting on them for preseason. His ability to break down flanks, his dribbling skills, and his confidence in duels became the key arguments in favor of this decision. He is expected to travel on the Asia tour to Japan and South Korea, where he will share the experience with teammates such as Tony and Guillermo Fernandez, Juan Hernandez, Pedro Fernandez, Geoffrey Torrens, Landry Fauré, and Ibrahim Diarra. The winger could become one of the biggest winners from Nico Williams' decision not to join Barcelona, since this means less competition in attack. Even in bad situations, something good can come out of it, and that's exactly what Barça should focus on now. Moreover, the club still has almost 2 months to find an alternative for the position that Deco publicly stated as a priority to strengthen. And here one must not forget the academy. La Masia keeps proving its value time and time again, as shown by the recent examples of Bernal, Casado, Lamine, Cubarsí, Balde, Gavi, and others. One must also highlight Jan's brilliant performance at Euro 2025 with Spain U19, where Virgili became one of the stars of the tournament. The 18-year-old winger had a noticeable impact even coming off the bench. Despite limited playing time, he scored 2 goals and made 2 assists in 149 minutes. An absolutely top-level stat, 1 goal contribution every 37 minutes. That's fantastic, and his goal versus Germany, that was complete wow. Journalist Fernando Polo reported that Virgili is in the top 3 players most trusted by Hansi Flick and his coaching staff, alongside him, Geoffrey Torrens and Landry Fauré, about whom we will tell you more in our next videos. Barcelona has already developed an individual plan for these 3 players, aiming to prove their physical conditions this season, in line with the broader approach being implemented for the reserve team. According to Mundo Deportivo, a significant gap in physical preparation was observed between players coming up from Barça Athletic and those already in the first team. To bridge this gap, the club sees it as essential to unify the training methodology, so that the adaptation of young players to the first team is not so abrupt. And that's exactly why we can expect further progress from our hero of the day. We're only seeing 50% of his potential. And now let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses of the player at this moment. Virgili is lightning quick, especially in his first few steps. He thrives on 1v1s and uses his speed to beat defenders on the outside or burst into space behind the back line. A natural winger with a low center of gravity, Virgili is confident in tight spaces and effective in beating opponents. He is particularly skilled at slaloming runs and cutting inside at pace. Unlike some possession-heavy Barça attackers, Virgili is direct. He looks to attack defenders, shoot early, and create danger in transition. Even when used as a substitute, Virgili has consistently changed the dynamics of games, showing courage, determination, and confidence, key traits for high-level impact players. He can play in different positions. Right wing, preferred cutting inside or hitting the byline. Left wing, more direct to goal. Central forward, false 9. Attacking midfielder, less common. If he can continue developing physically and tactically, Virgili has the profile of a high-ceiling winger in the modern game, one who combines flair, explosiveness, and end product. Yes, CULES, this is young Virgili, and he might just be the answer to all those who are mocking Barcelona's failure to sign Nico Williams. If you want to learn more about top talents like Virgili, Landry Fauré, Geoffrey Torrens, and other future stars, download our Barça app. Everything about La Masia, transfers, matches, and exclusive insights in one place. The link is in the pinned comment. And of course, don't forget, like the video if you were impressed by Jan's story. Let us know in the comments which Barça youngster you want to see featured in the next video. Subscribe to the channel. We'll soon introduce you to new heroes being prepared by Barça for world football. Flick is looking to the future, and we are here to tell you all about it. Thank you for watching. Bye.